Hello and welcome. My name is Mariah Martin. And according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, using a cell phone while driving creates enormous potential for deaths and injuries on U.S. roads. In 2022, 3,308 people were killed in motor vehicle crashes involving distracted drivers. That's too many lives taken by something as careless as giving one's attention to anything other than the surroundings while driving. While distracted driving laws are in place, I believe Mississippi should adopt laws such as Georgia's hands-free law. According to the Georgia Governor's Office of Highway Safety, this law prohibits drivers from holding or supporting any wireless telecommunication devices, such as a phone, with any part of their body while operating a vehicle. By adopting and supporting this law, Mississippi can prevent more unfortunate deaths. Unfortunately, as a teen, I was responsible for causing a vehicle crash while texting and driving. Thankfully, the injuries of both parties were minimal, but because of my irresponsible behavior, I have first-hand experience of the dangers at stake while driving distracted. Just recently, I have further educated myself on distracted driving while preparing for this presentation. As I said previously, a bill such as the hands-free law prohibits drivers from physically holding devices in an act of preventing accidents. This should be important to you, as you or even a loved one may be a victim of another's careless actions. Mississippi Code Title 63, prohibiting the physical use of a device while driving, should be strictly enforced in the state of Mississippi to create safer highways and roads. I would like to begin with the history of this bill. The Georgia State University law states the hands-free law was put into effect after 1,549 lives were lost to roadway fatalities in Georgia in 2017. The death count was the fourth highest out of all U.S. states that year, representing a 32% increase in motor vehicle deaths in Georgia in only 3 years. While the population size between Georgia and Mississippi differs by roughly 8.2 million people, last year, NDOT, Mississippi's 2024 Strategic Highway Safety Plan fact sheet mentions Mississippi experienced 703 deaths related to vehicle crashes. Therefore, Mississippi has a 75% higher death rate than Georgia when it comes to vehicle crashes. Earlier this year, Colorado joined 23 other states by passing the hands-free law. Rocky Mountain PBS conducted an interview with California State Representative Meg Froelich, who sponsored the bill in the state legislature. Representative Meg Froelich was asked to give a rundown of what the bill does as far as changing the law when he stated, it designates that it is against the law to use a handheld device while driving. So distracted driving and its handheld pieces that is specifically called out. Using a device is not necessarily against the law if you can figure out how to do it without holding it in your hands. A great way to limit physically holding a device would just be simply putting a car mount in your vehicle. By operating a vehicle and handling a device increases the risk of crashes by obstructing one's manual ability to control the vehicle and overall distracts the driver of their surroundings. We are all at risk of either being victims of distracted driving or being the cause of someone's misfortune. Imagine for a moment it's you or a loved one who lost their life due to someone else's neglect on the road. Having this knowledge puts you at an advantage of putting an end to these senseless deaths. The Mississippi Code 1972, Section 6333.1, found on Justia, the U.S. law, states, an operator of a motor vehicle is prohibited from writing, sending, or reading a text message, and accessing, reading, or posting to a social network site using a handheld mobile telephone while driving said motor vehicle. The existing distracted driving law is important in prohibiting texting and social media use and limits the distraction of devices while driving. Compared to other states, Mississippi's distracted driving laws are weak. By not enforcing a law prohibiting physical use of a device, we will continue to see a rise in motor vehicle crashes and fatalities. According to the U.S. fatality statistics, the lifetime odds of dying in a car crash are approximately 1 in 95. I believe those odds are far too many, and by passing a bill such as the hands-free law, can and will change those statistics. To implement a hands-free law in Mississippi, a bill outlining the law needs to be introduced in the state legislature. Following the committee review and vote by full legislation, our government can sign it into being an official law. The law will be enforced through traffic stops, where violators will be cited in an effort to deter future violations, ensuring the safety of others on the road. Like any other law, there are pros and cons to the hands-free law. According to the National Library of Medicine, cell phone use while driving laws do not appear to be heavily enforced in the U.S. Even if states pass such legislation, there is no guarantee that the public will abide by these laws, or that these laws will be enforced by police. By passing this law, not everyone will care or fully comprehend that this law is to protect us from untimely injuries or deaths. According to the National Transportation Safety Board's hands-free law is not risk-free. Using a device hands-free does not reduce driver distraction. In fact, drivers will still be distracted by conversation. This is called cognitive distraction. While hands-free is not the answer to solving motor vehicle crashes, it is a step in the right direction. By implementing and enforcing the law will hopefully allow individuals to be more aware of the roads and their surroundings. The NCSL Foundation of State Legislatures examined 2 studies on effects of the laws restricting cell phone use. First study, from the Journal of Risk and Insurance, found that insurers' physical damage losses from motor vehicle crashes decreased by 3.1% in states with handheld cell phone bans. The second study, from the North American Actuarial Journal, estimated that primary handheld bans for all drivers led to a reduction in injury liability claims of approximately 9.2% in any given year during the post-ban period. This reduction in claims leads to a 7.7 savings in insurance per year. Not only do these studies show a decrease in vehicle crashes as well as insurance claims and auto insurance savings. I would like to leave you with these thoughts. While a hands-free law will not fully eliminate motor vehicle crashes, it will put into place a law that will aid in preventing them. There are far too many lives lost to this recklessness, and the number of accident decreases proven in other states who have previously adopted a hands-free law proves that it has the potential to work. We should enforce Mississippi Code Title 63 prohibiting physical use of a device while operating a vehicle to ensure the roads and highways are safer. We should enforce. Yes, we should enforce the Mississippi Code Title 63.